Hey guys, welcome back to Glam and I'm here with another fragrance review. This is a decant, but the full bottle should be here in maybe 2 days because I like it that much, from the house of Arabian Oud. It's Arabian Oud Diwan. Let me post a bottle up here just so you can see it. This room smells so good because I sprayed this in here, but let's go ahead and talk about the notes. So the notes of this fragrance are bergamot, cardamom, nutmeg, apple, cashmere wood, ambergris, musk, patchouli, and vanilla. This has, in my opinion, like the perfect blends of spices to apple to musk with that cashmere wood base bone, which almost has like kind of a silkiness to it. I love if you like kind of like a musky apple, but something done with kind of a more mature base, because I think that that cashmere wood is a little bit more elegant, a little bit more elevated, slightly more mature, because although you get some sweetness from the apple, this isn't like a sweet fragrance like green and musky and green apple with muskiness. You get that from Greenlee, but Greenlee is done in a more playful way. This is like more mature, more spicy. The way that the nutmeg and the cardamom play in this fragrance, honestly, if you're looking for a spicy, musky apple, again, with a more elegant cashmere wood base, oh, this is so gorgeous. So the first time I sprayed it, because I love Sultani so much, I was just like, I don't know. But after I sprayed it on skin and it started to transition on my skin, I was like, okay, so I totally get it now. I don't know which one I like more. It could be this one. But realistically speaking, we're in the season in which this is the perfect fragrance. Yeah, I said it. Again, you're getting that like kind of like nutmeg cardamom mix with the perfect like crisp apple, green apple specific. I'm getting a green apple. And then that beautiful cashmere wood with a nice muskiness. And it is a very beautiful fragrance. If you like the House of Arabian Oud, this has like that Arabian Oud DNA. It's elegant. It's not as like playful. It's a little bit more elegant than a lot of other fragrances that are on the market right now. If you don't like that muskiness, and if you don't like the cashmere wood, specifically if you don't like the nutmeg as well, those are all very apparent, very prominent. This fragrance to me is pretty different. I think everyone compares Sultani Amiri and Diwan. Sultani and Diwan are the ones that I've smelled so far. Amiri's on the way as well. I've just decided to blind buy it, but I don't think that, I understand they're similar in the fact that they have like a spiciness, like Sultani has a gorgeous pink pepper. But they do things like Sultani is like a fall, sometimes winter fragrance. This is like spring all the way, and you can even wear it in the summer. They're not the same, but you can smell the Arabian Oud DNA and that kind of elevated, expensive luxury feel in both of them. And it just smells incredible. And it's like crazy because I'll smell stuff like this and I'm like, because oftentimes I can pick it up for a pretty good price. I have a connect. I will actually drop his email down below in case anyone's looking for Arabian Oud. He has really good prices on Arabian Oud. Arabian Oud you can sometimes find online, but when you can't, I go to him. And honestly, his prices are better than most of like even Joma Shop's prices a lot of times. So this just smells incredible. Yeah. Anyway, that's the scent profile. Again, if you're looking for something that's a little bit more elevated and has kind of like not a basic woodiness, but kind of something a little bit more silky in the woodiness department, and you're looking for something musky and you like that apple and you know that you like spices like cardamom and nutmeg, this is perfect. So that's how much I really like this, but I'll tell you a little bit why in a second. In terms of performance, over 8 hours, often over 10. Arabian Oud I have not had an issue with. I think a lot of people, you're going to get a mixed bag regardless of what you get. I get really good performance and longevity-wise, well over a workday. And on top of that, I get good projection, not beast projection for the first few hours, the sillage is where this really shines, because wherever I go, so does this fragrance. And I will get comments based on the sillage of this. So I would say this is in line with Arabian Oud in terms of performance. If you're going nose blind to it, just try to spray away from your nose. It's most likely because you're maybe spraying directly in the path of your nose. And don't overspray. But it hasn't offended anyone, even when I have oversprayed. It's really hard to overspray with like a decant sprayer, but either way, let's move on to who can wear this, because I want to get to the compliment section in a second. Because of the fact that it's not as sweet, it may lean a little bit more mature, and it may lean masculine. However, if you know that you like, again, the notes that I mentioned, and you like something a little muskier and a little spicier, you're going to like this. I mean, I think it'd be hard not to, especially if you really enjoy an apple note, like a crisp apple note. Now, when could you wear this? Season-wise, this is spring, summer into fall. I wouldn't necessarily reach for it in the winter. You could, but this is spring, summer, fall. Summer, I'm going to say maybe more in the evenings if it's not super hot and humid. But I think you'd be safe either way. Realistically, spring and fall are where this is going to shine. I love it for the spring because it has that like perfect crisp apple that just like takes me to that season, and I think it's like pretty perfect. Again, I say perfect a lot, but it's really funny. Like once I started, this kind of hit me like right in the nostrils, and I went down the rabbit hole of Arabian Oud. I bought 5 more bottles. One of them is this bottle. So, I mean, I bought the 200 ml. I like it that much. That's saying something. And I liked it so much that I ended up selling a ton of the bottles that I already have here, because I'm like, I like my Arabian Oud stuff so much that there's no point in me just collecting more bottles. That's where I went. That's how much I liked this. Again, I don't ever recommend blind buying. If you can find a decant of this online, I always recommend that now, because I've been burned one too many times. Actually, you can email the email that I have down below. I think he also does decants of this. So, in terms of where you could wear it, this is date night, this is formal, this is dress up. You can dress it down, but it just speaks to the versatility of this. I've mentioned on a video with General Fluidity Silver, anywhere you could wear that, you could wear this, which is why I didn't need a bottle of General Fluidity Silver, because I would pick this over that one every day of the week. I have to be very honest. I also like Greenleaf from Parfum de Marly, but they do have some similarities. I would pick this over that one any day of the week. This is just a lot more elegant. Now, if you want something a little more playful, definitely go with Greenleaf, but I think that they do a really similar thing with the musky apple. This just has more spices, that cashmere wood, and I think that it just depends on who you are and what you're looking for. I just really love the smell of this fragrance. I'm really excited about Amiri. I have Rums on the way. I have the new Flanker to Sultani on the way. I have Al Farid on the way. I'm really stoked with this order that's coming up really soon. Anyhow, other than that, let's talk about the compliments, because this one garners me compliments just based on that sillage shirt every time I wear it, right? It's very consistent. People love this fragrance. I have a guy that I work with that is really into fragrance, maybe like not as like hardcore necessarily as I am, but pretty into fragrance. And we were talking the other day, and I was like, what do you think you're going to be picking up next? And I was wearing Diwan, and he's like, oh, definitely the one that you have on right now. And I was like, really? He's like, yeah, I really like that one. And that to me speaks volumes. I mean, that's like a pretty big deal. I mean, if you're in the fragrance community, which if you're watching this video, you're definitely in the fragrance community, you understand that like your next pickup is always like, it's a pretty big deal. So the fact that he liked it so much that he was like, yeah, that's it, I'm getting it. And I've gotten so many compliments inside and outside of work on this. It's just really easy to wear, and it's a really easy to wear work fragrance, which for me is a big deal because I don't think everything is. I'm not going to keep droning on about this. You guys already know how I feel about Arabian Oud. I only had 2 Arabian Ouds before, and I picked up, 5 more. So that's how much of an impression this made. Again, it's so funny because the first time I sprayed it on paper, I was like, it's fine. But then I put it on skin and I had just like a completely different experience. Of course, that's obvious. That's going to happen. but the sillage of this is just really threw me off guard. Again, not a super playful fragrance. Please keep that in mind. It is elegant. It is something that you will probably really enjoy dressing up. If you've tried this fragrance, comment down below. As always, remember to like this video if you liked it, be subscribed to my channel, hit that notification bell to get notified when I drop another video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!